going the distance with local sports. This is the xSports Network.
Great food is just a short drive to Hinie's BBQ in Lawrenceburg. Mouth-watering is just one way to describe the amazing flavors of the best piece of Hinie in town when you dig into a plate of pulled pork, hand-chopped brisket, chicken, wood-fire oven pizzas, and the menu goes on. Wash it all down with a swig of Hinie Shine lemonade and then make your way over to the gift shop full of Hinie sauces, snacks, and more. Hinie's BBQ, Highway 43 North in Lawrenceburg. Truett's Garage Doors in Leoma, Tennessee is your one-stop for new garage door installations for all commercial and residential buildings, plus they offer full service on all existing doors. Need a new garage door opener? Truett's Garage Doors has you covered. As an AMAR Gold and LiftMaster dealer, Truett's Garage Doors offers the best pricing anywhere in the area. A family-owned and operated business, Truett's Garage Doors has been helping Tennessee and Alabama residents since 1999. Call the pros today at Truett's Garage Doors, 931-201-6464. If there ever was such a thing as a company that could do almost everything, well, Hinie Properties is it. These guys know how to completely transform your existing home into something totally new, or can do it for you room by room. Need a new bathroom or kitchen? What about a fresh coat of paint or a new floor? Looking for dirt work? Hinie has you covered. Oh, and you can even rent a dumpster from them too. That's Hinie Properties. Visit Hinie.com or phone 931-244-4602.
A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
It's never too late to change your career or to go back to school. The decision to go back to school wasn't easy. Look at me, a wife, a mother, a degree in dental for 17 years. But here I am at LTC, studying towards a career in cosmetology, and it's been the best decision I have ever made.
From the xSports Network, this is xSports Live, presented by Hinie's BBQ.
And welcome everybody here to xSports Live, brought to you by Hinie's BBQ from Hinie's BBQ. Starting things off right off the get-go here, joined by members of the cheer squad for the Lady Mustangs here from Loretto. Guys, introduce yourself here to everyone going on the next already right off the get-go. My mic's not working, so xSports Live here. Now we're joined by members of the cheer squad from Loretto. Guys, introduce yourself and let everyone know who you are.
I'm Callie Chris. I'm Addie Renfro. And I'm Brindley Rigsby.
All right, well, guys, thank you for coming out here tonight. So, just kind of give us a recap of, I know you've been busy with football season. Just tell us everything that's been going down with football so far here through the first 4 games.
Well, it's been really exciting. We haven't lost yet, but hopefully 4-0. We are 4-0, and we're really excited for this Friday, and we're hoping that we're going to beat Lewis County.
Yeah. And Lawrence County game was definitely my favorite so far. It felt really good to win.
Don't say that out loud. That's what's going on here in Lawrence County.
I mean, yeah, it has been. I'm excited about all of our new teammates we got. We took 14 this year, so we don't usually take that many.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited about the fact that our team has grown. And it's different, but we have more cheer sisters and more people.
Like you mentioned, your team is much bigger now. How much better how's that been a different experience for you guys as in years past?
It's nice because now we're able to do more stunts and more stuff than we were able to do before because we have more people and more stunt groups. So that feels nice to be able to do more stuff.
We're just going to have to relearn a whole lot of stuff and try to see how we can make it better than we have before, because bigger is better, and we want it to be bigger and better.
Go ahead, Kat.
There is some challenges that come with it, but honestly, I feel like we got it. I do.
Yeah, you mentioned how much different does it go into when you have a smaller cheerleading squad to now a bigger squad? Tell us kind of the differences from the smaller squad to the big squad and the adjustments you guys have to make.
Well, with a bigger squad, especially with new people, you're going to have to teach them like old cheers and old dances, plus whatever new stuff you're going to learn. So during a week, we'll work on 2 to 3 dances at a practice.
Okay.
And just teaching them how it looks and how it goes. That way they know how it looks and how it should be.
And we like the new girls too, they're catching on really, really fast and they're really good. And it's just been, this year has been really, really good so far.
Okay.
It does feel good, but like as a junior, you get there. I'm a junior this year, and we start stepping up, and we're having to teach others. So, you know, freshman and sophomore year, you're always like, oh, I'm still learning. Now I'm actually in that teaching position. I'm excited about it, but at the same time, I was like, whoa, you know? I was not ready for all that. I was still ready to learn. I'm not gonna lie.
Now, I know game days are busy for you guys. You got the cheers, but just kind of tell everyone else everything else that you guys do. It's not just a show up cheer, you know, go Mustangs and all that. There's a lot that goes into it for a cheerleading unit on game days.
Well, on game day, if we're playing at home, we'll usually have like a dinner at somebody's house or at the school. But to be where we are for game day, we practice nonstop on one thing, and so people just kind of look at it as, oh, cheerleading is just go team, but really you're putting in a whole lot more effort than what is actually being presented, I guess, to people and what they think about it. So
I agree with her. It's a lot of people think it's just you go out there, you know, you learn it and you do it. But we spend 2 days a week practicing our butts off to, you know, make sure it's perfect, make sure it's big and it looks good, so we can look good for the crowd and, you know, hype everyone up.
I think, like, you know, there's a lot that goes in with preparation. Like how you're mentioning our team being bigger. You know, there's moments where we often get frustrated. But preparing for game day, it's almost like we do these things, like we make sure we have a meal together. Usually we do that on Thursdays. We have that meal together and we spend time together. Bonding's a big thing because as much as we're together, we can fight. We really can. And if you're out there and we're irritated with each other, it shows. Oh, it shows. It really does.
It does show.
Yeah.
Even I can tell from the broadcast most of the time.
It does.
If cheerleading drama goes down, everyone
So,
knows it.
kind of keeping each other, you know, communicating. Communication's a big thing because you got to figure out what you're going to wear, what you're going to do, who's doing this, who's doing that. And sometimes when it gets mixed up, you know, things can go wrong. But you have to make sure that you keep that bond between each other because, you know, we're going to laugh, we're going to cry, we're going to have moments where our team loses and when they win. I mean, right now we're on a good streak, but...
And like she was saying with the communication thing, like if one person out of the 14 people doesn't do one little thing, it shows up and then it just throws it all off.
Yeah.
And so we just kind of feed off of each other, I guess.
Yeah. And
go ahead.
Like she said, you know, if one of us is agitated, it affects the whole team. And it's so easy to tell. So a big thing with our communication is making sure, like, you know, we're telling each other from one end of the podium, we're communicating, you know, what's going on, what's about to happen. That way we're not lost and we're not getting frustrated with everybody.
Now, I know cheerleading is it's a 365, 12-month a year, 52 weeks. How many are in a year? I always get confused between 55 and other numbers, but it's really a year-round thing for you guys. I mean, you guys go to camps, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it starts there, and then you're practicing throughout the summer. Just tell everybody how much really it's kind of like a full-time job being a cheerleader.
Well, especially with camps, depending on what kind of camp we do, we start at 7 a.m. and we're there anywhere from 12 p.m. to 4 or 5. So you do that for almost a week, and then you have 3-day-a-week practices in the summer, 7 a.m. to 11, And so you're there 3 days a week out of the summer, and then during the summer you'll have 2 to 3 camps, just depending on what you're going to be doing. So, and in those camps you learn 2 or 3 dances, 2 or 3 cheers, and then a couple stunt passes, and you really are nonstop with it. And you just pull it on into football and basketball, and just what they teach us, we kind of twist it to make it to how we like it and how we think it should look.
And like she said, our camps that we go through, we're there 6 hours a day sometimes, and we, during school we practice 2 days a week, and like she said, we'll twist it and we kind of tweak it to make it what we like and our own, and we just go out there and give it our all with what we learn and just try our best.
I know with you saying it's like a full-time job, it does make it hard to have a job, do other extracurricular things, homework and stuff. It is a big commitment, and I feel like people don't understand that. They think you can just walk into practice and you do a few motions and stuff, but the way our coaches are, they break it down to every little thing. And I will tell you, it gets frustrating, but it looks so good once we get it right.
Now, is Callie the loudest one on the team? She's a little bossy off air, for those of you who just a little.
I'm definitely the one that gets everybody going.
That works.
Yeah, I will say that.
That certainly works. Now, you guys are also responsible for the big banners, I guess you could say, that team runs through. I always forget the name of it, but you guys are responsible for that as well. Just tell everybody the work that goes into making those every week. Because that's, you got 10 guaranteed games, and that's 10 of those you got to make.
This year, we haven't had to make as many because last year we actually had like a Velcro, like a pre-made one.
Oh, okay.
But all of last year we could not find it. It was lost.
And we found it after football season.
Football season.
Of course,
but
that's always when it's going to happen.
every week last year, and we've done it once this year.
Yeah.
We would go into the library and we would cut all this paper, and you would have to layer it, and then you would have to sketch it out, and then it would take a week at a time until Friday. So we would start like the Thursday before the game, and you would have Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and have it done by Friday. So it would just take a lot.
Yeah, no doubt.
And it did take a lot too, because we'd be tired from practice, wore out, and it's like, and then we would make the sign, and then go home, gotta do homework, and it was, when we had to make them, it was a lot at one time. It was.
Making them signs were messy. I was gonna say it was messy. Like you had to lay all that paper out,
Yeah.
and then you got these big old paint pens, and it's fun though. I like doing it.
And those paint pens get everywhere, and you have to refill the paint buckets, and it makes such a mess.
Yeah, but then if we leave it on the hallway or something, it ain't gonna be any good.
As far as the cheers go, how many of those have been passed down throughout the years? How many of them are new? How many you worked on in the camp? Or how many of them came off of TikTok? Because I found out some of the volleyball ones came off of TikTok.
Oh, actually, speaking of like them going down through the years, Fight Song is something that's went through the years.
Yeah.
We've actually remade it. So that dance has been the same for years, but this year we changed it.
Okay, cool.
So.
I would say that the cheers have been here for, especially the band dances, have been here for a really, really long time. The cheers, I'm not 100% sure how long.
I'm not either.
But I'm guaranteeing a long time, because we get videos from like 2012 sent to us that we need to learn these.
And like some of them too, like through the years, kind of like Fight Song, will change them, make them, critique them, whatever. And like a lot of the cheers we learn at camps are like for halftime at basketball, and then we'll learn like one sideline. And we kind of learn a few new ones, but mainly we keep our old ones, and if we have to tweak them, we will.
So like our dancing and stuff for like basketball season, we've been trying to work more hip hop into it to keep the crowd going. I'm excited about that. We started doing it last year. I don't know, that's just up my alley. I like it. Like, if it's interesting to learn, I'm gonna do it good. But like, if it's something that's sitting there, I'm just like, it's the same thing over and over. Like, I'm like, if I don't even want to do it, who's gonna want to watch it?
You make a good point. I can't argue any points here. So,
See, like, when something feels repetitive or boring, trust me, we feel it too. If you're in the crowd, you're sitting there like, yeah, y'all done that 100 times. It's going over and over and over. But it's something we're working on. We're working on getting new stuff and doing new things.
And speaking of repetitive, the fight song, I feel like we do it at least 400 times a night.
Yeah, because we do.
that's a good thing. I mean,
It is amazing.
We're scoring a lot of points if we do it as well at a time.
Because we do it for a first down, and then if we score, and then when they kick the field goal. So it's at least 3 times each, almost every play.
Yeah, that's a good thing if they're playing it.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't like doing it after we have to run from the people from the sign. The football players. Like when they bust through that sign, we have to run from them, and then we have to run up on the podium and then start doing it. It's like,
You got to be in shape for that.
I
Cardio.
will say, running, those football players running behind us is one of the scariest things ever to me.
I'm not going to lie. When I was in high school, they did the banner thing. We got a girl that didn't know you're supposed to let go of it, and she got ran over by 3 of our players.
That's my biggest fear is like not running fast enough and getting tripped or something.
every time I'm making an ugly face, and Mustang's photos seems to capture it. It's like my mouth is just wide open. I'm like, really? Because the times I'm actually like, take my picture. No, they're not taking it. But when I'm running
I'm
and
going back to
screaming,
Mustang photos to see if I can.
I'm like, it's bad. It's really bad.
I'm not gonna lie, there's some pretty funny ones on there of Callie.
We might be reposting those xSports.
I don't know how I didn't end up on a bar stool. They're all bad. No, they're having a. I shouldn't have said that.
Callie.
I shouldn't have said that.
Guys, we'd like to thank you for coming by here. This is a lot of fun, lots of fun getting to learn what you guys do, and have fun tomorrow night. Big game tomorrow night against Lewis County.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Coming up next, we got members of the Lawrence County football team as they get ready to get back in region play. It's coming up next here on xSports Live and Hinie's BBQ.
Fall on the Hill returns to Minor Hill October 7th from 2 to 8 with live music all day, vendors, hay rides, a petting zoo, pony wagon rides, a pop-up paint party, face painting, putt-putt golf, a jams and jellies contest, inflatables, and much more. Plus, don't miss the fireworks show at 8 p.m. Fall on the Hill 2023, brought to you by Minor Hill Alliance and Liquor World. Enjoy a day full of awesome music from Brace Killen, Damon Schrader, Josh Reisner, and Salem Rats. Armbands are $5. Don't miss Fall on the Hill, October 7th from 2 to 8 at 165 Ray Branch Road in Minor Hill, Tennessee. Fall on the Hill returns to Minor Hill October 7th from 2 to 8 with live music all day, vendors, hay rides, a petting zoo, pony wagon rides, a pop-up paint party, face painting, putt-putt golf, a jams and jellies contest, inflatables, and much more. Plus, don't miss the fireworks show at 8 p.m. Fall on the Hill 2023, brought to you by Minor Hill Alliance and Liquor World. Enjoy a day full of awesome music from Brace Killen, Damon Schrader, Josh Reisner, and Salem Rats. Armbands are $5. Don't miss Fall on the Hill, October 7th from 2 to 8 at 165 Ray Branch Road in Minor Hill, Tennessee. Do you have a small farm, a big farm, or just critters in the backyard to feed? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you need to make the short drive down to A&B Feeds in Etheridge, Tennessee today. Owner and operator Jamie Ayers has you covered and will treat you right. That's A&B Feeds in Etheridge, Tennessee.
Arctic Air keeps your home or business comfortable. For more than 20 years, we provided outstanding residential and commercial services through Southern Middle Tennessee. Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation.
We've been using Arctic Air for over 15 years now. Their service is great, they're here when we need them, and their prices are competitive. They take the worry out of the heat and air so I don't have to.
Arctic Air, when you need us, we'll be there.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the xSports Network.
And welcome back here to xSports Live, brought to you by Hinie's BBQ, joined here by the Lawrence County football, joined here by the Lawrence County football team. We got head coach David Marsham, Kedron Cox, and Jacob Birdyshaw. Did I say your name right?
It's Kedron.
Man, I said it wrong all season. That's what you're there. You're supposed to slap me when I say this.
I just listen to you. Everyone says it wrong. No worries.
Okay.
We'll have it right Friday night.
Yeah, Kedron. I'm going to play this in my sleep. I'll even have my son to start saying it, so I'll really remind him. But guys, big week coming up. You got Columbia coming to town. You go back into region play. How excited are you all to step back into that most important time of the year?
Oh, I'm real excited just to get back from my ankle mainly. Last week I was like not even 50%, and we lost Drake Osborne already from his ankle, so that was just a double whammy that week.
Jake?
There's always something different about region games, and I'm pretty excited for it.
Coach?
Yeah, we're ready to get back out there, especially after a loss. It makes for a really long week, really long weekend. We want to get back to work and put it behind us and get ready to have something positive now.
Like you guys mentioned, that not exactly the result you're looking for from Friday. How just motivated were you guys to say, you know what, we're going to forget that, we're going to move on and get ready for this next one?
I know as coaches we were very disappointed. We felt good going into it. I thought we had a great week of practice. We didn't tackle, we didn't block, we didn't play very well in any facet of the game. And I told our guys today we haven't played our best football game. We've played well here, well there, but we got too many mistakes, too many breakdowns, and we're looking forward to improving every week and put some things together.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like you said, we was not happy at all with that performance. Like we worked hard all that week and just nothing. We came out with our tails between our legs, I guess. By the second quarter, but this week we're working for a region game, which that's what matters. So.
Jake?
Yeah, it was just, we just didn't execute, honestly. It was one block here, one block there, the whole game. It was just, it's all on ourselves. We can't blame anybody else but ourselves. Yeah.
I thought we let down a little bit after Isaiah got hurt. We had the big play, making 7-7. And then Isaiah, everybody realizes he's a great runner, but he's also probably our best blocker of the running backs. And so when he went out, then we had guys that were giving great effort, but they don't have, Isaiah's about 225 pounds, and we replaced him with a guy that's about 135 pounds trying to block big defensive ends. It doesn't work out as well. But Coach Beasley and the offensive staff did a good job of trying to get some things worked out this week, get some guys in different positions to get some bigger bodies up there. And again, you never plan on someone getting hurt, but you've got to have a plan B to shift people around, because we can't just plug another Isaiah in because we don't have another one.
Obviously, injuries are just kind of part of it. Yeah. I mean, every team goes through it. How do you guys as coaches and you guys as players just kind of make those adjustments once guys start getting nicked up throughout the season?
We always try to stay next man up and to emphasize the ones that are playing JV or the ones that are backups. They're one play away from being a starter. And our guys have done a good job. Kedron, I don't know if you remember last year, he was a guard for us. And so we moved him to tight end, which before that he was a running back. So he's been a running back, a guard, back to tight end, and now he's like sort of H-back. We got him in the backfield because of running back depth. And he's been very versatile, and very proud of him battling through like he told you, he's had an ankle injury. He got nicked up early in the game and was out most of the game. And we were already without Drake, so that was our starting tight end. And so we've had to scramble. We moved another guard out to tight end, Gavin Schultz, who's a freshman. He's going to be a really good player, but it's hard to play freshman in varsity football. But Jacob's been solid. Matt Hagan's been solid. Talon, Williams, Max Taylor, those guys have been very solid up front, and we got to stay healthy and continue to grind.
Okay.
Like you said, we have them young guys coming up. There's some good athletes in that group below us, especially that sophomore and freshman class. They're extremely, like, I don't know what the word you would say, just athletic, and they have very good versatility.
It's just like we just didn't have a tough mentality about being hurt. Sometimes you can't play, but sometimes you just got to tough it up, suck it up, and go back in the game. And that's just kind of what we're doing. That's kind of what we got to do. That's about all we got left.
I was proud of our young guys. We played JV Monday against Giles as well, and we had I believe it was 34-19 was the final, and we were aggravated because it should have been worse. We got the late score on a Hail Mary, trying to sub some guys. We had 10 guys on the field, and they hit us for a long pass. It should have been 34-13 or 34-7, but really proud of those young guys. A lot of freshmen and sophomores played and made some really good plays in that game. So that sort of helped us, get the bad taste out of your mouth. Had to wait 2 days from Friday to Monday night, but we were able to take out a little frustration on Giles County's JV bunch. So I'm proud of those guys for responding the right way. And then we've had some. I know some of our kids said Tuesday was the hardest practice we've had all year, and it was tough. We've been very physical. We've got some more guys dinged up, but we've got to be a physical football team, and we've got to come out and play tough.
Dustin?
Well, he just answered the question that I was going to ask. Was you starting into practice this week? Was it going to be a little bit more physical?
Absolutely. It was bloodletting. It was a lot of live tackling, a lot of live blocking, and again, got some more guys dinged up. But the ones that are still upright and not in cast or wraps are going to be a little tougher for me to play this week.
Is your ankle good to go Friday night?
Yeah, I'll be fine Friday. I skipped yesterday's. Thank God. I wasn't 100%, but I was out there walking around just trying to get it healed up. But today I did go full speed, so we're back.
Jacob, what was that practice like? I know it was
offensive, defensive lineman. Those are my favorite practices. I can do that practice every day, but it was tiring for sure. I can feel it today, and I know all the guys loved it. O-line was out there 10 minutes before all the rest of the varsity guys were out there working on our down block. So we just got that mentality right now of hit them first.
Got the sense from you guys. We talked about it on Monday, Coach, that you said it came out flat. You guys have pretty much all agreed on that. How do you, don't want to say necessarily cure it, but how do you avoid coming out flat?
That's a good question, AJ. I wish I knew the answer. I'd probably write a book and retire because if you can figure out how to get your kids motivated. First, it starts with preparation, and then they got to believe that they can win, or then believe you will win, and then just come out and we've got to respond, especially with young teams, which I don't think we're young in spots. We got, like, Jacob has played 4 years, Kedron for 3 years, and they've been through a lot of football, but we've got to have the right mentality. If something bad happens, we can't let two bad things happen. We got to have a short memory, probably like on Brazier's golf game. We got to have a short memory on that bad shot and come back and have a good shot. But
that's a lot of those.
Yeah, that's why I have to. I got to have a short memory on bad shots. But football wise, you have got to. You got if something bad happens, they get a good play. They got momentum. You got to dig deep and make something else happen, and not go into a shell. And then it comes down to making plays and having fun. That's what that's the fun part. We're making plays, and the other team is the one that's sort of dragging a little bit on that sideline.
Okay.
I just agree with everything he said. He couldn't said it more perfectly right there. I wish I could explain it too. How we don't go up with intensity, but most of the time we try to pick it up. But like that game Friday, we were hurt. I hurt myself. I looked at the guys and said, I can't do anything. I'm out, and I can't help it. So
we just gotta pick it up ourselves.
Yep.
Can't blame it on anything else. We just gotta pick it up ourselves.
Got region play starting up here on Friday, and when you look at the region, I mean, it's wide open. You guys are 1-0.
It is.
It's winnable. Anyone can take it, and this next game is key for you guys now moving forward.
Absolutely. To get back in the win column, and like you say, it's a region game, and I feel like it's going to be competitive as heck. They lost 29-27 last week to Shelbyville, and there's a lot of competitive scores there. Tullahoma is improved. Franklin County is going to be I think Spring Hill's improved. I think Franklin County is going to be a tough out. I think the region is wide open right now.
Yeah,
I need you to do up down. I did 10 up downs during the
Yeah. No, like he said, we're just looking for another region game. Like them non-region games. I mean, they matter. Like in our heads, they matter, but on the score sheets, they really don't. But Columbia Central is a big physical team. That, I mean, like you said, it could go both ways. But I think we are more physical personally. So I'm just looking forward to it.
Winning region games gets us to playoffs, so that's what we need to win region games.
That's our goal now. Our goal is that we're refocused, and what happened in the past will be something to look for revenge for next year, to avenge those losses. But right now, for these seniors, then we're looking forward to the playoffs, and it starts this week. So we've got to get going with Columbia.
Yes.
I mean, I think y'all answered about the time I go ask something. You answered anyways. I have heard a little bit about Columbia's running game. I heard they got a guy that's like jet fast. So I'm sure y'all been practicing a little bit of that and trying to get ready for him.
We got Ian Clayton.
Yeah, y'all got my life. But no, I from what I hear, y'all are probably bigger up front than they are. So I hope to see y'all kind of force your wheel Friday night.
Yes, sir. Do what we do. That's what Coach Beasley says. Do what we do.
Hey, we threw the ball 20 times.
I mean, you had 5 wide receivers in my
when you went 5 wide, and we was like, man, we going West Coast.
It's fun to call our personnel group. One of them is called Dirty Birds. We go with 2 receivers. Instead, we normally have 1 receiver. Then we call our other one
Air
we call it Air Raid. We're not Air Raid, but we call it Air Raid. Paying honor, I guess, to Mike Leach. And so we go with 3 receivers on that one, and then a couple of bags. But we're having fun with that too, and we still can run the ball out of those sets. But we've got to do what our personnel says. Like I said, with Isaiah out, then we're down a running back. So, and Jaden Trammell's done a good job throwing the ball. He had about 2 or 3 drops. He probably should have been 13 for 20. I think he ended up being, or 19. He was 10 for 19, I believe. And he's done a good job taking care of it, and hopefully he'll continue to improve and open up some things in the running game through the passing game.
You mentioned Jaden. Jaden comes on. He got that start against Lincoln County. Did pretty good. He had that dime that we're still talking about.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Logan should have caught it. He should have caught it, Logan. He still scored.
That's the good thing. It was still a scoring drive.
But I mean, you're opening up the playbook good enough, which also kind of takes pressure off that running game. They got to back the backers. DBs off a little bit, and just how much is that helps open everything else offense.
Absolutely, and the thing is, you don't have to throw it, but they need to believe that you can. So that long ball, even though you didn't catch it, those DBs, they'll start backing up a little bit then. So hopefully that does help out in the running game as well. Because still, running the football is demoralizing for a defense. It just if you can't get off the field and they're just grinding on you. That's especially if we pride ourselves on being physical. That's our identity. We'll be able to run the ball, but also we'll be able to take a few shots down the field.
And finally, for all 3 of you guys, what are the keys to victory there? What have you seen out of Columbia? What do you guys got to do to execute, bring home region win number 2 on Friday night?
We got tackle. Defensively, we got tackle in space. Our spot tackling was not very good. Our angles were bad. The Giles County back was really fast, and we didn't do a good job of keeping leverage on him. Number 2 for Columbia that you were talking about is a similar back, great speed, looks like. So we got to do a great job of number 1, setting the edge, and then staying inside out and keeping leverage and tackling in space. And then, of course, offensively, it comes down to blocking and always take care of the football,
Kevin?
Yeah, like you said, we just got to be, like I said earlier, we got to be physical with them. I mean, they have a good, really, really good, I believe, 3-star D tackle. I don't know what his name is exactly, but he's big and physical dude up there. But I think Birdie and Matt has him on that edge over there. So I don't think we're going to worry about them too much, but I'm very confident going into this game. So,
Jacob,
we're just going to have to be physical, like we always are. That's what we are, is physical. That's what win games for us. So,
I got a future Wildcat over there, Coach.
That's right.
That's
Get your cheer section.
Yeah, he knows 2 words, go. I don't know where he got that from, but he knows go a lot. But Blake, thank you guys for stopping by xSports Live here tonight, and wish you good luck. Dusty and I will be on the call there on Friday night against the Lions of Columbia.
Thank you, AJ.
Coming up next, we got members of the Shoals Christian football team off to a hot start over there in Florence. Are next here on xSports Live.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
Hey everyone, this is Landon Saunders.
And this is Nate Patterson with Cloud9 Fiber.
We're excited to finally be able to offer Lawrenceburg our blazing fast, reliable, and affordable fiber internet services.
If you're looking for a more reliable and more affordable provider, we at Cloud9 Fiber have you covered.
Plans start at $50 a month, and we can offer up to a gigabit to your home or business.
We are excited to be able to offer your first month of service entirely free. We encourage you to sign up on cloud9fiber.com or by calling 931-201-9098 so we can help you make the switch today.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be? And what would it be like? With today's home values, this is the perfect time to sell and make those dreams real. When you work with a world-class agent at Coldwell Banker, you benefit from trusted guidance and our revolutionary seller's assurance program to make your home sale more rewarding than ever. So it really is true. Your dreams don't have to be just dreams.
Employee Resources Credit Union is an easy solution to banking, offering a personal, simple, yet modern way to bank. When you bank with ERCU, you are a shareholder, meaning you own a piece of the pie. And we make it easy with the convenience of digital banking, with service you won't find at another financial institution, including low to zero fees and incredible rates. We have the technology you need with the personal service you deserve, right here in your own neighborhood. Employee Resources Credit Union, not for profit, for service.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
Flooring sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the xSports Network.
And welcome back here to xSports Live, brought to you by Hinie's BBQ. We're here joined by members of the Flame from Shoals Christian High School. We know this guy. It's our big man, Sam. Helps us out here at the xSports Network, also with Tennessee Valley Weather as well. Sam, why don't you introduce the other two guys with us here that join you with the team here tonight?
Yes, sir. Well, this is our, we're all three seniors, and this is our senior wide receiver, Sam Story, right here, and then our senior quarterback, J.D. Bachford, both of which have been nominated once this season already for Buffalo Wild Wings Player of the Week down in the Shoals so far.
I mean, this is, you guys had a rough season a year ago. You come out, you're already out to a 2-0 start. Just what's been clicking for you guys here in these first couple games?
I would want to say that it is just the new coach and the coaching staff that we have, and just the way we're trying to turn things around here in terms of how intense we practice, how we practice, and just the culture that we're trying to set around there. And then just the standard that we're trying to set for all the younger ones that will go after us in years to come.
Yes.
Just a new offense. I think it works a lot better against the teams that we're playing. It's a lot different. It's a new standard. It's way higher.
They say like everything like this new, like we just changed everything around there. So I think it's a new mindset for us, and it's just nice to kind of refresh.
You mentioned the new coach. You know, I was there kind of early on when I did the preview on you guys. How much of a difference has he made moving on to the season?
It's been a pretty noticeable difference, like a highly significant difference, because as you said, like a year ago, and then seasons leading up to like last year and just years previously, we've been dominated by Tharptown, which was our first actual game. We've been dominated by them. We go on to beat them 50-something to 7 or 8. And then we have been dominated for Phillips. And I went and looked back. The last time that we had beat Phillips was 2013. And we went down to Bear Creek and beat them 52 to 7.
Yeah. Guys, what's been the difference having the new coaches have for you guys?
You want me to answer?
Yeah, well, you both can answer. As for both.
He's just really big on like the little details and getting everything right, and he's super OCD, and he's a good coach. I mean, he knows what he's talking about, and he's come from Mars Hill, and they kind of started where we were starting. So yeah, he's kind of trying to build a new. Like, we're kind of the foundation that he's going to keep building on.
Yeah, he plays to a standard. He doesn't just. We don't play like just. We were beating Phillips like 40 to nothing or something. He was still yelling at us and screaming at us because we were doing something wrong. It was
very Nick Saban-esque, right?
Yeah.
Very. Coach is the hardest when you guys are up the most, right?
Yes.
Now, you mentioned the offense. You guys have scored over 50 points per game. You sent me something that you're one of the top, as far as points go, you're one of the top offenses in Alabama. Did you guys, are you as surprised as anybody at how well you've been performing in these first couple games?
I don't think we're surprised as much anymore, because we have went through summer and we have seen that we have noticed as a team that we have turned things around significantly in terms, and we were very uncertain as we were going into our first game, but after our first game I think we had a feel for the way things were going, and then as we went on the road for our first road game, our very first region game of the year at Phillips, I think that the first quarter even was just tone setting for us on getting a feel for how our offense actually like perform against different defenses and such like that, because Tharptown and Phillips have ran two separate offenses.
He said that's something.
You forgot the question?
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
You guys are one of the top offenses in Alabama. Did you guys expect that going into the year?
I think we're definitely excited that people are kind of seeing what we've like worked really hard for, but I don't think we want to let that get to our heads and just keep building and keep getting better. Yeah.
Very much so.
So you're a 4-year starter quarterback?
I started last year. Well, first game of the season last year I didn't start, and then we played really bad. It was actually against Tharptown and we lost, and then I started every game after that. But
so what's it been like for you as a transition into a new offense and for a new coach?
It was very difficult at first. Like, it was a lot of like just information to take in, but now that we worked all summer and everything, and we're adding new things every practice, and I think we're getting a lot better, and I think I'm getting it a lot more.
Did you change the playbook as a receiver as well?
It was really basic at first. Like at first we were just working on run plays for a long time, then we started working on one pass play. I mean, he's built it like he works on like the basic plays and he adds a lot to it, and it's going to continue to grow throughout the season because he came in like in like the last week of July. So
it's been a complete process change.
Yeah. So we don't have a lot of plays, but we have a lot of like changes to the plays.
Right.
And we also, this is their center, Dusty.
Big Sam's a center?
I know.
I had no idea. I didn't know what position you played.
I wasn't center until our new coach showed up either.
What were you?
Like it?
I was guard or tackle.
Okay. I was about to
like
say.
it?
Man, I was still on the line.
Okay, we're just, you go from any other position to offensive line.
We haven't fumbled a snap yet this season.
Really? Shoot, the day I was there, you guys couldn't get a snap together.
I know, that's
right. That's a major improvement. And now they're scoring 50 points per game.
Yeah.
That's big. And shoot, I lost my train of thought right there, Dustin. It happens from time to time. Next game, you guys obviously got a big one coming up, and I want to keep this ball rolling. Just tell everybody who you guys got next and what to expect.
We have homecoming week this week at home against Vina, and that's another very, very important region game. Every region game to us is important, but it's a very important one. And it's homecoming week, and all the activities, we're just trying not to lose focus and not to get distracted as we're going throughout the week, and all the homecoming festivities, like we had a powder puff volleyball game today that just interferes with and just disrupts all activities, parades, stuff like that. But we're very excited for our first home region game, but we're not losing focus, and we're treating it as any other game. Just because it's homecoming doesn't mean it's supposed to be a easy game. We're treating this as any other game, just as important as the next team won.
That's it for you guys.
I mean, that was a good answer.
That was a good answer. He covered everything.
For all three of you, I know numbers are big. You don't have like 50 guys out there.
Yeah.
Just what's it like being low on numbers? What's practice like? What's preparation? And pretty much knowing that everybody's going to be required to go both ways.
It's a lot of conditioning. A lot of conditioning. It was really bad at first. It's gotten better. I mean, it's more conditioning than we used to do, but it's gotten a lot easier.
How many y'all got? 18.
18.
And
18. So.
And our starting fullback broke his hand.
Yeah.
But he's still playing, I think.
Y'all have 18 football players?
Yes, sir.
I think 7 of which are seniors.
Yeah.
And they're scoring over 50 points a game, Dusty.
My mind is, I'm trying to put this in my head. Like, that's amazing. So, you play both sides?
Yes, sir.
Being a quarterback, too?
Free safety.
What do you play?
I play safety and outside linebacker.
What do you play on defense?
Nose and tackle.
And he's in the band, too.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys mentioned homecoming. Obviously, homecoming's a big deal. Just how excited you guys get for homecoming week and everything that goes into it.
I mean, we're definitely excited. I mean, this week has just been. This week has been all but normal, but our coach is trying to maintain normalcy this week in practice. So in practice and in preparation leading up to the game, it feels like just any other game, and that nothing is different about this game, even though it is homecoming. And there will be different things going on that are not normal for a normal home football game or a normal away football game. He's just trying to maintain as much normalcy as possible, just so we can continue to find our rhythm and fine tune everything and not lose focus.
Guys,
he's talked about. I mean, he hates homecoming week because everything get into our heads. But I mean, we're trying to stay the same, and like Sammy said, I mean, he's covering everything.
Now I heard you guys played a volleyball. Was it today? You played a volleyball game. These were the 2 MVPs. Tell us about your volleyball skills, guys.
Oh well, this is our 3rd year in a row winning. We won sophomore, junior, and senior year. We didn't have a game freshman year. They started our sophomore year. I think we would have won freshman year, but we have a good team. We have a good class.
So is it first class? Or
yeah, it's juniors. It's freshmen, juniors,
It's
Sophomore
freshmen,
and
sophomores, juniors, seniors all play each other in a pool, basically.
Did you guys do it like the girls do? You do the set and
Yep.
kill,
Yeah,
all
so
that
normal game.
stuff?
Yeah.
Now, this guy said he had 4 kills and a couple. Is he
I said
lying?
2 kills. I said 2 kills.
I don't know about any kills.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I had the one in the first game and then the one in the second game.
I don't remember that, but
Well, you were in the back row.
well, I was in the front row a little bit.
Well, me and JD were swapping because our quarterback is actually our setter.
Okay.
He is our center, yeah.
Okay.
He's got a good spike.
Yeah, I think
good spike, good serve. Yeah,
I think you would remember if he's your setter if you had any kills.
Yes.
But
I'm just impressed that y'all know about these positions in volleyball.
Dusty tried to call a game with me and made it to the second set before his head was spinning.
Man.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
We practiced a lot for volleyball. It's a big thing for us. Competition wasn't that good this year.
Yeah. It was kind of boring this year
They
compared to
couldn't,
other years.
they couldn't get it back to us, but
Now moving ahead, I know off to a 2-0 start, still got big goals, big aspirations. How do you guys just finally here just keep your heads on straight and move forward throughout the rest of the season? So are you guys.
we just have to stay focused, knowing that we've won 2 games. We were averaging 50 points per game, but we're still. I mean, we haven't played the toughest teams in our region yet. We still haven't played like who we need to play, who we need to beat, and we need to do that against teams that are going to actually like be competitive with us.
I think it's easy to be like, oh, we're a lot better than we were last year, and we can just like kind of cruise through this season now knowing that we've gotten better, but we want to keep building and like keep on.
It's really easy to think because we have 2 wins this season, which is exactly the same amount that we had the last season and the previous season, and we haven't even played the 2 teams that we have always gotten those 2 wins from, but we're just preparing for the tougher competition and just conditioning and training as hard as we can because most of us have to play both sides of the football for 4 quarters, and our past 2 games we have not had to play 4 quarters of football. We have only played basically 1/2 of football because of running clock and stuff like that. But we are definitely trying to condition and be prepared for if we have to get in a battle and have to play 4 quarters or more of football.
Well, guys, I'd like to thank you for stopping by here, xSports Live tonight, and good luck on Friday and throughout the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, coming up next, Clint, Dusty, and myself will talk everything that happened in the previous week in college football and the NFL. Get you ready for week number 3. It's coming up next on xSports Live.
Whether it's popcorn, biscuits, or automotive, you need the right ingredients to achieve the best results. Heritage Automotive is proud to serve our community with a continually growing inventory. We also help our community grow by contributing to a vibrant economy, which helps build schools. I'm Keith Durham, and I'm the General Manager here at Heritage Automotive, and it's my job to make sure that you're 100% satisfied. Heritage Automotive, your hometown Chevy and GMC dealer.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
Flooring sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
I'm Mike Keith, and my friends at Elliott Johnson Insurance have a great partner in Auto Owners Insurance. Auto Owners makes it easy to get life, home, car, or business insurance. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the Auto Owners policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretto, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
If you're stuck, then you're in luck. Call Tyler McDowell with In-Service Towing, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for quick, reliable service. When you find yourself in a bind, In-Service offers full-service towing and recovery services as well as vehicle lockouts, jump starts, and emergency roadside assistance. Family-owned, family-operated. When you need a hand, call In-Service Towing or ask for them by name. Serving Southern Tennessee and North Alabama. Phone number 931-843-9098 or visit inservicespecialties.com.
Are you looking for the perfect refrigerator? What about a new stove or washer or dryer? It only makes sense to shop at the one place that specializes in appliances, top to bottom, big or small. And that's Kelly Appliance in Lawrenceburg. Kelly Appliance is home to all major name brands, including LG. LG makes life good with a full selection of refrigerators, cooking appliances, dishwashers, microwaves, and more, including appliances made right here in Tennessee. Family owned and family operated. Stop by Kelly Appliance on Jerry Street in Lawrenceburg today. Great food is just a short drive to Hinie's BBQ in Lawrenceburg. Mouth-watering is just one way to describe the amazing flavors of the best piece of Hinie in town. When you dig into a plate of pulled pork, hand-chopped brisket, chicken, wood-fire oven pizzas, and the menu goes on. Wash it all down with a swig of Hinie Shine lemonade and then make your way over to the gift shop full of Hinie sauces, snacks, and more. Hinie's BBQ, Highway 43 North in Lawrenceburg.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the xSports Network.
Welcome back here to xSports Live, brought to you by Hinie's BBQ. The man, the myth, the legend, Clint Brazier is back with us. Whole new grill. Show off them teeth.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
A lot of dental work and a lot of money, but I still don't know that it was worth it because I'm still pretty sore, so I might sound like Sylvester the cat.
You said that last night
during this stream, but feel a lot better.
Yeah. Now I hope you feel a whole lot better than Dusty, because Dusty just maybe watched his Super Bowl champion he put money on go down the drain on Monday night.
Not only did I put money on him, I put money on him to win the MVP.
That's going to be tough.
Guys, I'm telling y'all, that team was going to be special. And after we seen them win with that defense, they would have won by 3 touchdowns if Rodgers would have been playing.
No kidding. I mean, Wilson got better as the game went on, but it still wasn't great.
They had a better chance of getting pregnant I had a better chance of getting pregnant than the Jets did of winning the Super Bowl.
You're crazy.
Listen.
I'm telling you, what wins Super Bowls? What wins them?
Aaron Rodgers only won one.
But he didn't have a defense but one guy.
For 114 years.
Well, I'm just saying, defense wins Super Bowls. That's how your boy got his second one. It sure wasn't on his throwing arm.
Well, no, but he got 2.
They gonna call Brady. He's gonna get 8.
I still say he would have beat New Orleans, but that was a controversy. I think the league wanted the Saints to win that one. But we'll go on.
Oh my gosh!
We ain't breaking out the NFL conspiracies right now.
No,
I think you just broke them out. I think you just broke them out.
Well, college football wise, Dusty, me and you watched that game. I didn't see Texas Bama playing out the way that it did. I obviously Texas was going to have a chance to win. I didn't necessarily see that game playing out the way that it played out.
Well, no, I don't think. I mean, the real fan of college football didn't see that game playing out that way. Really?
No.
I learned something on Texas though, and the last show I did was when we did our what we think our top 10 we're going to be. Boy, mine's looking like crap right now. I mean, TCU, Clemson. Clemson looks awful.
They're terrible.
LSU. You did say Florida State.
I did say Florida State.
Florida State.
Good.
I did say Texas. I got them winning the Big 12.
And so you're looking pretty good, but you may not be looking so good on your Bama pick.
No,
you may not either.
Well, I did say that they'd go 9-3.
But let me say this about Texas: they may have finally the Big 12 may actually have a defense for the first time in many years. Because that Texas defense is tough.
But listen, Quinn Ewers, behind Caleb Williams, as they were talking right now, he's the second quarterback that's going to get drafted, possibly. Hey, and I'm going to tip my hat. That boy played. He played a
Saturday
game.
night didn't hurt it.
No. He dropped 2 dimes.
Speaking of, those 2 touchdown passes were beautiful. Speaking of Heisman guys, Shedeur Sanders, 2 games in, is looking pretty good.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, you can maybe say the competition hadn't been the best, but if Nebraska had an offense, that game would have been much.
I don't know that
closer
you
than
can
what it
say
was.
competition hadn't been the best. I mean, you played your breaking out party was against the team that lost in the national championship.
runner-ups,
I agree with that, but then I disagree. Just because TCU ain't all that.
Well, it may not be, but they were still ranked.
You're right. They were ranked at the time, yes.
And that's who you open the season with.
It's true.
And punch them in the mouth.
Yeah. I mean, and also, a lot of people are down on the SEC right now.
SEC doesn't look very good.
You even
right
said
now.
it in our group text message.
Yeah, they don't.
They're kind of looking like trash right now.
Yeah, that's not what I said, but that they're looking bad. Yeah. I mean, you get on Facebook, especially here locally, and Dusty's an Alabama fan. There's a lot of Tennessee fans that like to rub it in that Alabama got beat just because that dynasty's just been rubbing it in for so long. But if you're a Tennessee fan, I don't know how you talk to any kind of trash when our team looked awful against probably the 7th best team in the state of Tennessee the other night. I don't know. I'm hoping it was just looking ahead to Florida. I'm hoping that it was just
does Milton play the whole game against Florida?
Or
they bring in Nico?
If he plays like he did against Austin Peay, he won't.
That was a horrible. I didn't watch the game. I was working, and then AJ came over. I went back and watched a little bit of it on my phone.
There were a lot of drop passes, but Tennessee totally went away from throwing the ball downfield.
Austin Peay moved the ball on him on defense.
And Austin Peay did what you should. They played like they had nothing to lose, and they went for it on 4th downs. They played very aggressive, and 17-point win. That's good if you're playing an SEC team, but playing Austin Peay at home.
That should have been one of them 40.
It's scary.
I don't even know.
Still a favorite. Vegas still got Tennessee 7.5-point favorite over Florida, but it's at the Swamp. And I guess the good thing Tennessee's got going for them is Florida's look like crap too. Speaking of the SEC not looking very good,
and they got their new coach Napier, which I don't know.
They're already calling for his head in games.
Well, I guarantee the first person Florida's fixing to reach out to before long is Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's fixing to pay that.
You wait and see.
He's fixing to get that dumb money.
Well, how funny would it be if Michigan State got Deion after they're pretty much have fired their coach this week?
Oh yeah, they did fire.
All-time dumb move. The guy. I don't know what the best way to say this is having a adult conversation on the phone with a survivor of that over the phone. Like, she was brought in as a special employee to talk to your team about this, and as a married man, you do that with her over the phone, admit to it. Like, it's one of the, even if all the details don't exactly line up.
How did you get in your position you are making that kind of decision?
Why did you put yourself in that position to begin with is beyond me.
Right.
Just beyond. Well, guys, Dusty, after 2 weeks, I am 20-10 in picks. And Dusty is 17-13 in picks. We pretty much differed on almost everything last week. We had some of the same. So I'm going to, speaking of the SEC, we'll start off, Clint. We're going to add you into this now. We'll go on win percentage overall. So, Clint, starting off, LSU and Mississippi State in Starkville, Cowbells rolling for that first SEC game.
I'm going Mississippi State. Mississippi State. I think LSU is kind of reeling right now, and I think their defense is. Do you ever watch Matt Mitchell that does the week 1, week 2 breakdowns?
Yes, I know you're talking about. Yeah,
and is that the ball guy that does the different teams?
Yeah,
yes, I love that guy.
Showed Alabama saying, "Hey, we tried to tell y'all, Cajuns and science." The air conditioning helmets. Yeah. But I think Mississippi State, they're playing for something. They're playing for the Pirate.
Right.
I think Mississippi State is going to come out. If it was at LSU, I'd probably say LSU, but I'm going to say Mississippi State.
Well, I got to pull it up here. I mean, they got LSU minus 9.5. That's a lot on the road, I think. And just from what we've seen take place last week with Florida State, Mississippi State's on a run. I mean, they're 2-0, and they are playing for the man. Yeah. Clint, I'm on the board with you. I'm going Mississippi State.
I think you guys talked me into it. I'm going to go Mississippi State as well. LSU looked like crap in the second half.
They didn't even look the same team from the first half.
No,
I mean, it was bad.
And they, from all accounts, even though they dominated Grambling,
by
they exactly
2 minutes into the fourth quarter, they quit. And that is not what you like to see in week 1.
No.
Yeah. And Mississippi State, even though they beat Arizona in overtime, that's an improved Arizona team. And that team is sort of changing their identity. They're a more run-based team than what they are an air raid team. And you're going to Starkville, that place is always ready for the Tigers to come to town. So that's not exactly the best way to open up SEC play if you're LSU.
Yep.
Speaking of the SEC, Kansas State's at Missouri. K-State that's one of my top 10 favorites. I have them winning the Big 12, even though this doesn't hurt them in the Big 12. But Missouri's got a lot to prove. Kansas State's got a lot to prove. This is kind of a big game for both sides.
I'm not a believer in Missouri. I'm taking Kansas State.
Yeah, I don't think there's. I mean, they got them 4.5, but or 4. I don't think that's enough.
Yeah.
Kansas State's fixing to put one on Missouri.
I'm kind of with you. I think that offensive line gets going. That they have one of the most unique run games you'll ever see as far as what they do with their offensive line.
I just think if Missouri gets down, they can't catch up.
Right. No, I don't think. If it goes 2 scores, then Kansas State will just run them.
Yeah.
They'll just run them off the field.
I don't have faith in Missouri if they're up 2 scores, let alone being down 2 scores to come up. All right, here's one that. If at the start of the season looked like this is one you could circle on your calendar, at this point, not so much, but South Carolina and Georgia in Athens.
Georgia. I'm taking Georgia. I think Beamer ball fizzled out on week 1. They're not even the best Carolina.
Right.
So I'm going to go Georgia. I'm going to go the 2-time defending national champions until they prove me different. If they were playing Tennessee this week, I'd take Georgia, and I don't know. I think Beamer ball got a little bit exposed in week 1.
I think he did too. If you just want to know the truth about it. Yeah. And hey, Kirby.
Don't get me wrong. North Carolina's good. They may have one of the best quarterbacks in the nation.
He may be, and he's not getting the talk is like Ewers is or Caleb is.
But South Carolina didn't match it. Yeah. They're not playing that quarterback when they're on offense.
No,
they gave up 9 sacks to a team that was literally next to last in sacks the season before. Right. Now, obviously, they made a lot of improvements, but South Carolina didn't seem like they made a lot of improvements if that team is sacking you 9 times.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Georgia. Kirby's trying to still prove himself this year because they say, he don't have a quarterback, and now he's trying to get to the team to win 3 in a row. I think South Carolina could be in for a long day, especially down there. It's at home at Georgia.
Yeah,
I'm taking Georgia as well. I mean, it's early. It's
almost
early
like
in the season.
Take them.
Well, Beamer ball really didn't start kicking into about the midpoint of the year.
Right.
A couple of years ago, it was after Tennessee
I'm just glad Tennessee plays them early enough this year where they won't be all upset alert.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. This one, speaking of North Carolina, this one kind of snuck up. I honestly, when I was looking at the schedules early in the year, I didn't even know this existed. Minnesota at North Carolina. Minnesota, both of them 2-0. Minnesota had that rough performance against Nebraska, recovered.
That's kind of an odd schedule game.
Yeah, that's which means eventually North Carolina's going to have to go to Minnesota. Right. But Minnesota's pretty good defensively. North Carolina got a big scare against App State, which, by the way, why anyone schedules App State in week 2 and their building is just stupid at this point.
Yes.
But who do you guys got in this one? It's intriguing, and this might have ACC title, maybe Big Ten West. a lot of stuff could be. This could be a sneaky important game later on down the road.
I'm going to go North Carolina because honestly, right now, I feel like North Carolina and Florida State are the two best teams in the ACC, and after week one, I'm a big believer in North Carolina. I don't know that Minnesota can. I don't know that Minnesota can get off the field on defense.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to agree again. I mean, I got to go North Carolina. I mean, until they get stopped and somebody slows down this offense, and I don't know how you can't take them right now.
Yeah, my heart says I want to row the boat, but I don't know. I don't know if I can play for that guy without wanting to punch him in the face at some point. Just like, dude, just calm down your rhetoric for a little bit. Like, talk to me, man.
Well, you see a lot of those clips, and all I keep thinking is, boy, this guy's starting to sound more and more like Butch Jones every week.
Have you seen Butch?
Boy, they're good.
How Butch makes it out?
He
Jonesboro.
He won't.
If he makes it the next year, I would be absolutely shocked. Well, an old Big East matchup kind of gets revisited here. We got Virginia Tech on the road at Rutgers again. There's nothing riding on this for either side. I don't think it's long term makes any difference as far as conference and national championship picture, but it is an old, not necessarily a rivalry, but they've known each other from the Big East days. Virginia Tech needs something to get going.
Rutgers, it's at Virginia Tech, right?
It's at Rutgers.
Oh, it's at Rutgers.
Is it at Virginia Tech? I thought it was at Rutgers.
Oh, I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Well, Virginia Tech's needing to win. They're needing, after last week.
It's at Rutgers.
I'm still going to take Virginia Tech.
Ooh, okay.
I'm taking Rutgers.
I'm going to take Virginia Tech just to get me. That might be my one. That if you two take Rutgers, will get me a little bit higher than y'all. Since we've all agreed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking Rutgers just because Virginia Tech is struggling so bad offensively. Did not look good against Purdue at all last week. Defensively, they're always going to be solid, but until they figure out what's going on, they've got like 5 quarterbacks, and none of them's really. This is a quarterback-driven game.
Yep.
It is what it is, and Virginia Tech just doesn't have it. Rutgers at least is solid in that area. The one game I saw them against Northwestern, a bad Northwestern team that took care of business and did what they had to do. So at home, I've got faith in Rutgers. Same thing, Dusty?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So going back to the SEC, how about an old SEC rivalry from back in the 50s and 60s, Georgia Tech on the road at Ole Miss this week?
Ooh. What's Georgia Tech done the first 2 weeks?
They're 1-1.
They're 1-1?
They're 1-1.
I'm going to go with, if it's at Ole Miss.
It is at Ole Miss.
I'm going Ole Miss.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the spread's too high.
What is the spread?
16.
Ooh.
I almost want to take Georgia Tech just because of that. Oh my gosh, I got to go with Kiffin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Georgia Tech with the new coach, even though he's been there for a while, it's going to take a little bit before that game even has a thought of being competitive. If they can cover the spread, I think that's a win. But I think Kiffin and them, after that high last week of coming from behind and beating Tulane, is going to be feeling pretty good. Okay, Big 12 opener here. We got TCU at Houston. TCU with a lot to prove. Houston, their coach is kind of on the hot seat now after they lost at Rice.
Yeah.
And they were down 4 touchdowns at one point in that game before they made it a 2-score game. Both teams with a lot to prove, and this is kind of a sneaky primetime game between the two.
Just for that point, being up 4 touchdowns, TCU, even though they're not TCU from last year, they still scored a lot of points against Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
They can score points.
Yeah.
I'm going TCU.
Man, I hate to keep taking the same thing, but I just don't see Houston beating TCU right now.
Yeah, I don't either. I
think the offense is going to be too much.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't beat Rice,
I
mean, you can beat TCU.
Yeah.
I mean, that's I hate to play the name game there, but if you can't do that, I mean, so a kind of a Big Ten. Well, they're going to be future conference opponents next year, but Washington going to Michigan State. Michigan State just lost their coach. Washington, a top 10 team with a lot to prove in this game.
You said Washington and Michigan State?
Did I say Mississippi State?
You said Michigan State.
I did, it is Michigan State.
You did
Washington
say
and Michigan State,
Washington for sure.
Yeah, Michigan State's going to be too upside down right now.
I think, they're too upside down, and that's a tough one. Here's a kind of a sneaky one: Louisville and Indiana. Louisville, I had finishing in the top 10, so I think everyone knows where my allegiance rides there.
Well, I don't know anything about either one of them, so I'm going to go, if you got Louisville in top 10, I'm going Louisville.
Well, I mean, they're favored by 10, but they are on the road.
They are on the road.
I'm taking Indiana.
Oh!
There's your breakaway
There we
game.
go. There's the breakaway. Okay. All right. Well, old rivals renewing. Deion back in prime time. Let's just get used to every Deion game being in prime time. Or Gus Johnson calling every game. He might as well be the voice of the Buffalo at this point.
Yes.
But they got Colorado State coming up on Saturday night.
I don't think it's a game.
Yeah, I don't either.
I think that's a three-way. We're all going Colorado.
Yes.
Yeah, not much explanation needed. Now, this next game, we only got 2 left to pick from. This next game, close to me. I am hoping UNA takes care of business because I'm calling UNA's volleyball games on Saturday. The final game's at 5. I want a 3-set sweep so I can get home, watch the backyard brawls. Pitt comes to Morgantown, and poor Jerkovic's going to get booed. It's going to hurt his feelings because he couldn't handle it in his own stadium. How's he going to handle it in Morgantown? Pitt and WVU, guys.
I'm going to go Pitt.
I'm going WVU.
Okay. All right.
I'm going Pitt.
You're going. What makes you think Pitt? Just to be different?
Yeah, just to be different, and you know, I watched them play Tennessee last year, and I know they lost their quarterback and things like that, and they're probably reeling a little bit, but I'm going Pitt.
Going Pitt. I think.
I don't trust these West Virginia people, anyways. You know.
Yeah, I've heard too. We've heard stuff.
Yeah, Dusty picked West Virginia to win 9 games, so of course, he's got to take West Virginia in this.
I got to.
Yeah,
they got. I mean, they're 1-1 right now. They are favored.
Yeah, I mean, it's a night game in Morgantown. Special.
Oh, it'll be hopping.
It's going to be hopping. They're going to be in the hospital parking lot next to the stadium. They're going to have a lot of liquid vibrations in their system, ready for the Panthers. All I got to say is when they play Sweet Caroline, that stadium's going to be saying 3 words I'm not allowed to repeat on air, and it's going to be shaken at Milan Puskar Stadium. Okay, final game to talk about, guys. SEC opener for the Vols on the road in Gainesville in the Swamp on Saturday night.
Tennessee's looking for their first win in the Swamp since 2001.
Was it they went in there and Travis Stevens ran for like 250 on it?
Yep. That game got pushed. That game got pushed to the last game of the year because of September 11th.
So it's been that long.
It's been that long since Tennessee has won in the Swamp.
That's why they got beat.
I'm down on Tennessee right now a little bit because of Austin Peay, but look. At the end of the day, it's 18, 19 to 24-year-old kids. And I don't care who you are. Those kids are dumb. And there's no way they weren't looking ahead against Austin Peay to Florida.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm going to give Josh Heupel, who I have 100% trust in, faith that he's going to have them ready to go. Our defense, no matter how bad our offense looked against Austin Peay, our defense has looked really good in 2 games. And it has gotten better. And I probably wouldn't be saying this if Florida didn't look like trash for their first 2 games.
Right, exactly.
So I'm taking Tennessee, first win of the Swamp since 2001.
All right. Dusty, where are you going?
Well, I was trying to let you talk me into it. Just being honest. Napier, I'm not a fan. I'm not sold on Napier. I know it's his first year. Second year. I'm not sold on y'all's offense right now. I'm not.
Well, I'm sold on our offense. It's just executing it.
Well, to me, that's just being sold on it. I think the plays are there. It's just getting it done. They got y'all favored 6.5 on the road, and it's going to be a crazy environment. I mean, it is going to be nutty.
I don't know that it's going to.
I think
morale's not real high at Florida right now.
But I think it's just the fan. I think it's just y'all are coming to town. You had
We'll
since
see.
2001, so we're talking 22 years.
We'll see what the swamp's like, but I don't know. I don't know that it's going to be like what everybody thinks it's going to be. I don't know that Florida fans aren't almost in protest right now, ready to unload a dump truck to somebody to get the next Urban Meyer or Steve Spurrier back to get Florida where they're supposed to be.
Right. I'm going to take Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I just think Florida is just, there's way too many questions. They don't have enough answers. And it's kind of like the Roddy Piper. Just when they think they have the answers, the questions get changed.
Yeah, and it's like people in the barbershop say, boy, Tennessee, they're probably going to get beat by Florida. And I said, what's Florida done to show you that they're very good?
Yeah.
You know, hey, if Florida was 2-0 and looking great, I'd be like, yeah, we're probably going to get beat. I might have picked against Tennessee.
And this is one thing
they look bad.
Yeah.
This is one thing I hate ESPN does. They got y'all favored by what, 6.5, 7.5? But then you look at their predictor, and it's almost 50-50.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and all they're doing is going on history.
Well, sure.
That's
what they're going on. But I hate that they do
history.
that because that makes you want to think, okay, are they really giving Florida a chance?
Yeah. Oh, they are just because of history.
Sure.
Just like they were giving them last year. You know.
But they definitely don't have an Anthony Richardson at quarterback this year neither.
No. You guys got any week one impressions from the NFL from week one? Anything that stood out to you guys?
The Titans they suck. For all my Titans fans that are watching, just get off the wagon.
My week one impression on Titans is you probably should have just tried to sell or trade Derrick Henry.
That's exactly what I've been saying.
Because if you're not going to use him in the second half of football games and field goal games, then you could have got a lot out of him. So why didn't you just trade him or try to get something out of him?
Get some draft picks or something.
How do you not use your best player to try to get a touchdown?
He ran one. He ran one time in the third quarter.
Yes.
In a field goal game, it's not like it's not like they're down 2 scores. We got to throw the ball.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And I don't understand why the Titans never have him in on third down.
Yeah, makes no sense.
They take him off the field
like he doesn't have great hands that you can throw a screen to him.
Yeah,
do a good catch.
I just don't understand.
I don't understand it at all.
I think my impressions, my Niners guys, whew. That was a butt whipping in Pittsburgh.
Man, that was taken to the woodshed.
I was enjoying every minute of that. I think me and you talked about this. I think people are crapping on the Lions too much. Gave Kansas City a little bit too much credit. That was a big win. Now they got Seattle coming in. I think that's another win. But I think Detroit's way better than what Mike
absolutely.
and everyone.
But I will say this: I told my coworker today. He's from Michigan. He's a huge Lions fan.
Yeah.
And he asked me what I thought, and I said, I really liked y'all's win. It was a great win. It's really changed the complex of y'all's team. I love your coach. I like the players. I just don't think that Jared Goff is the quarterback that can take them past maybe the first round of the playoffs. I think they can make the playoffs.
Yeah. Maybe the guy behind him can, right?
Well, is Hooker? I mean, when is
your local hookers?
when is he going to be able to play?
I don't know.
We don't know. I don't know what his injury status is.
Yeah, I don't know, but the man made a believer in me the last 2 years.
And how about the Packers? No Aaron Rodgers, no problem. I mean, they hung 38. When's the last time they scored that much on the Bears, period, let alone to do it at Soldier Field?
Yeah.
And what's bad about that, and I say it's bad, is Aaron Rodgers always had the Bears number. You know, and now, here, look at Love. He goes in there and just punches them in the mouth. Yeah. I mean, that's great for Green Bay football.
And also, Russell Wilson still stinks. And I still think he's going to get benched. And that was my proclamation.
Yeah, you know what? He's going to be the highest paid benched quarterback in the history of the NFL.
And I know it's one game, but the guy that I said would get benched and the coach would be on the hot seat before halfway through the season, they go and look like a freaking Super Bowl team. Dallas? And that was the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So does Dak, is he playing, I mean, I know it's one game, but is he playing better because he's got somebody on the bench that can take his job now and Trey Lance?
Maybe. I don't know. I think Dak's healthy. I mean, I've been a believer in Dak, and I hate the Cowboys. I'm not.
And they don't have Zeke. So do you think Zeke could have been a problem? Because Pollard's a stud anyways.
Yeah, well, Zeke, no.
I mean, Zeke fumbled in New England, so.
One of the most overrated players in NFL history, in my opinion.
Yes.
No doubt.
Hands down.
Cowboys are going to find out how good Dak is when the Jets come to town. That Jets defense, outside of my Niners, I think it's the best defense.
I mean, I think it's the best,
in the
one of the
league.
best defenses we've seen. I mean, you
But
got to think.
they're going to have to learn how to win 16, 14 games. It just is what it is.
10 to 7.
Yeah.
And Josh Allen, can we say Josh Allen's overrated?
I think they just had too much turmoil in the offseason.
I think you're right.
There's something going on internally
yeah.
at Buffalo.
That's what I told you the other night. Something ain't right.
But, I mean, guys, he can't just keep pushing, trying to make that big hit. But, I mean, think about the Jets defense, though. He wasn't even going towards Sauce.
Yeah.
No.
He was going towards the other side thinking, okay, we're not going to throw it Sauce. We're going to go this way. And do have 3 picks.
Yep.
And then Gibson that run it back was undrafted.
Yep.
I mean, it's talking about him after the game. And did y'all see what the guy from New York said as soon as the game was over?
What's that?
That the game that they should have been called back. It should have been a touchdown.
Yeah.
Did you see that? So if you notice, you go back and watch it. Y'all are both going to do this, and you'll see it. So when Gibson comes up the sideline, number 55 is blocking for him.
Yeah.
He goes down right at the Buffalo guy. When he goes down, his left leg is straight up like this. Of course, hits a guy in the shin, he trips over, and then, of course, he goes on to score. It was bang, bang. Do I think that he tripped him? I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. But as soon as the game was over, I mean, that was the first thing. It might have been Gene that was on for the call. Said he tripped him.
Testatory.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, coming up next here will be the final segment of the show. We're going to rant, give out some shout-outs, and even talk a little high school football, what we got coming up here on Friday night. That's next here on xSports Live.
Fred Webb, broker, United Country, Southern Tennessee Realty. Let me and my team serve you.
Tyler Webb, 731-438-2084.
Travis Caldwell, 629-3033.
On the web, 931-321-8226.
Story and Lee, the Tennessee Valley's most dynamic furniture store, featuring our Made in America galleries with solid wood dining and bedrooms, leather furniture, mattresses, and so much more. You want it? We've got it. With our 3 acres of showroom and our huge warehouse, we're sure to have exactly what you want. And it's all ready to be delivered to your home absolutely free. Just try that anywhere else. We are Story and Lee.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available on the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Are you looking for a non-factory job environment? Livingstone Freight Solutions is a 3PL company that began managing warehouses in Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. With our multiple shifts and experienced management team, our goal is to give you as an employee a safe family work environment and competitive wages. We offer a wide variety of employment opportunities from forklift drivers to management level positions. We also strive to offer a competitive benefit package and PTO options. For more information or to apply, visit us at livingstonefs.com or give us a call at 931-269-3255.
Great food is just a short drive to Hinie's BBQ in Lawrenceburg. Mouth-watering is just one way to describe the amazing flavors of the best piece of Hinie in town. When you dig into a plate of pulled pork, hand-chopped brisket, chicken, wood-fire oven pizzas, and the menu goes on. Wash it all down with a swig of Hinie Shine lemonade and then make your way over to the gift shop full of Hinie sauces, snacks, and more. Hinie's BBQ, Highway 43 North in Lawrenceburg.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the xSports Network.
And welcome back here to xSports Live. Time for our final segment of the show with the guys and I. Just speak what's on our mind. Dusty, what you feeling today, man?
I don't know, guys. I don't know that I really have a rant. I told AJ off air that if I did start ranting, it wasn't going to be nice, and I just don't think right now is a good time for me to.
You feel like if you can't say anything good, you're just not going to say anything at all?
Yeah, I think that's best. You know, I had my mom always kind of taught me that as a kid.
But you didn't ever listen to them a lot of times.
Well, hey, you're not supposed to say that out loud. I don't know, guys. It's been a tough couple of weeks at work, and we'll just leave it at that right now.
Well, good, because I got two of them.
Well, good. You can have my spot.
All right. The first one is we've got some folks that are a little bit down on our Summertown volleyball team, and we're not as good. I mean, we aren't. The best hitter in the state that possibly plays for Summertown has a torn ACL. My daughter, who's been a libero for 3 years, she's a hitter now, and one of our better ones. Yeah. I mean, that's just the way we work. But I want everybody to calm down a little bit, and I have to. And this is for my own daughter. She's real down because it's not like we're losing a lot of games. We're just losing more than usual. Right. And I told him, I said, well, here's the deal. In your 3 years, your worst finish is a state runner-up. Yeah. There's not a lot of people that can say that. No. So you've still got a chance to get to state. Summertown fans, we've still got a chance to get to state. I'm probably saying this to myself. I'm probably saying this to our coach, who may be a little down in the dumps. Hey, you've built a dynasty. At some point, it goes down a little bit.
Absolutely.
Everybody calm down. We can still get there.
Right.
Because I feel like Loretta and Eagleville are probably the two best teams in that single A division. I'm sounding like Sylvester the Cat.
That was the first time you sound like Sylvester.
Sounding like Sylvester. But I think Eagleville and Loretta are probably the two best teams. But the thing you put out today about the all Nashville area players, I was kind of hoping maybe Emily Brazier would be on it, and it wasn't you. It was you just shared. It wasn't xSports, but it was a poll. Just had a list, and I was kind of hoping maybe Emily Brazier or Millie Emerson from Summertown be on it. Didn't really expect it, but I was thinking maybe of them. I thought Loretta could have had 4 or 5 players on it. Okay. They only had Allie Weathers, but Eagleville had 0 players on it,
and they've got.
And I don't know if they've lost.
I don't think they have.
And so that just shows me. I feel like what we do here is so much more important than what the Nashville people do. That all they do is just say, well, this team's supposed to be good. We'll give them we'll say they're supposed to win it, even though we do no research.
They're spending half an hour talking about Brentwood Academy losing.
Yeah.
Not calling anyone out, but that's what they do.
So, and again, that's not a knock. I felt like Loretta honestly could have 4 to 5 players on top of Allie. I think Allie should be there, and I think they should have maybe 3 to 4 or 5 more. But my second rant is, and I was debating on doing this, and I didn't talk it over with any of our administration or anything. But I want to make crystal clear. This is not aimed at our administration, because I wasted a rant segment maybe the last time or the time before bragging on our new administration at Summertown. Brian Porter, Greg Bertelson, Kim Bright. I feel like Summertown has what they need to get everything started going forward. And they're trying to get everything done. But I've got lucky. I'm kind of on my downward shift now of calling ball games. I just call home football games now for Summertown. But if you're a city or a county commissioner and you're on the school board, I would highly ask you, to the next home football game Summertown comes, just come, drink a lot of water so you'll have to use the bathrooms, because we just have porta potties.
Yep.
We've had football for about 8 years now. We only have porta potties. We have women that have to use a porta potty in the pitch dark. That's bad enough for a man to use a porta potty in the pitch dark. But can you imagine a woman?
Absolutely.
Using a porta potty in the pitch dark? I'm not going to get on a rant on everything Summertown needs because we don't have that much time.
Right.
But
and you've done a rant about that before.
but the money that Summertown's renting these porta potties, I feel like you could have a bathroom, and I know our new current administration is doing everything they can to get it. But I'm reaching out to you, to every person that could make this happen. It's got to be fixed. This is, I mean, I feel like we're at a lower level redneck state fair. I mean, I honestly do.
No, you're right.
I mean,
you're right.
You know, we're better than this. This is Summertown's 8th year for football, and it's a fun environment. Yeah. It's a fun environment, unless you go to the bathroom.
And it is terrible.
Yeah.
Well, how hard is it to get a little bit of running water to wash your hands?
Well, they've got plumbing because they've got a field house that's got the sinks and everything that. They've got locker rooms that have running water. So there's plumbing.
Yeah. You just can't get a bathroom.
So, you know, I don't know, but that's my rant. And you know, if you can reach out to somebody that would want to contribute to that, there's no reason that Summertown fans, especially women, should be going to bathrooms in a porta potty that you literally see nothing. I mean, it's pitch dark.
I've used those porta potties. It's hard enough, like you said, for men to use it. I can't imagine what it is from a woman's perspective to use it. Well, we're kind of somewhat on the lines, you know, this past week, we talked about that UT Austin Peay game. Well, there was a weather delay to start that off, so it didn't get going on time. Well, my family went in, was trying to go in, and when they got to the gate with my 1-year-old son and my 4-month-old niece, were told that they're having to evacuate the stadium. That's fine. That's okay. My issue with that, as my mic pops off, my issue with that, however, is how they decided to evacuate the stadium. For those who don't know, my father-in-law has some hip issues, knee issues, so you know he struggles to walk, and it takes a lot for him to. I'm just going to hold it, just to get from the parking garage, which it's right next to the stadium, but for someone in his situation to fight the fans and get all the way to where the entrance is.
110,000.
110,000. So I'm just going to put this up here. So that is where the student section is. I'm just going to talk really loud. Student section is here, where the geniuses at the University of Tennessee decided to funnel the students at was right here. We pay these morons millions of dollars. They make millions of dollars. They're the smartest people in the world, right? Because, we give them all this taxpayer money. They can't figure out, by the way, there's an exit right there, too.
Right.
It's the same stuff that happened in COVID, and this is getting off really on a tangent. Right. I hated going to Walmart. They funneled everybody into one place and made them exit into one place. But we have to stand 6 feet away, but we all got to enter in the same spot and exit the same spot.
Exactly.
Freaking morons. Saying at the University of Tennessee that, the student section's there. There's an exit there, but no, you guys got to walk all the way around here and trample all the people who have special needs, and that is where they enter. It's bad enough they have to pay for my son, who's 1 year old, for a seat because the University of Tennessee doesn't make enough money.
I don't know if they can hear you. You got to get your mind
that's why
that's why you're yelling.
I was going to be this.
Man, I thought he was getting mad. I
thought I was going to be this natural about it, anyways. But still, it's just ridiculous. That and you can't. If they're fire the fire marshal who thought that was a good idea. By the way, there's an exit right there. I pass it every time.
I've been kneeling 1 million times. There's exits everywhere.
Exactly. And they funneled them in to right there. So then, I think we've heard everything that's going on in Knoxville. They're worrying about safe spaces and making sure you get everyone's pronouns right, but they sure as hell don't give a crap about someone else's personal safety.
That's handicap.
And it's handicap, including my 4-month-old niece and my 1-year-old son. So you know what, the University of Tennessee, you make millions of dollars. How about you use this instead of using this?
All right. That was hardcore. AJ had a good one.
He did.
That's my first rant. My second rant is, I'm warning everybody right now. Negative comments are going to stop. We're going to start blocking people on Facebook.
Hey, get on my bandwagon. I said it. I said it's ridiculous. I said it 4 weeks ago.
We literally had a moron, and you are a moron, have an argument with our guy running the Summertown Loretto game. You're done, dude. Do it again. See ya. And we'll find your IP on YouTube and block you there too. So you have to go to someone else's house to watch it. Whether or not we can actually do that, I don't know. But anyways, the blocking on Facebook.
I don't know if you noticed, but North End Barbershop kind of took up for Will and Adam and Cody, who did a good job. I watched that whole game. They did a great job. They're one bad apple, and again, thank you guys for bringing it to everybody that can't be there, myself included, who is home with a sore mouth that couldn't be there to watch it for free.
Yes.
And kudos to Will Pettis, who said, "Hey, we'll send you your refund in the mail."
Yeah.
Well, it's just nonsense.
It is, and we're going to start. I've been on the fence about it. I don't really want to do it, but I think by not doing what we should do, we're going to start doing it now. We're going to make warnings. The start of every game, volleyball, football, baseball, basketball, whatever.
Oh, y'all behind me. I do it every one.
We're gonna start doing it because, and this, it's every fan base has the idiots, has the morons, but some of them are just a little bit louder than others, and others' thumbs are a little bit more active than others. And guess what, fellas? And you know what? It is fellas. Sorry, you're done.
And we get it. Yeah. You think you're being cute. But you're not. You're being dumb.
You're a loser. You're at your house. You should be at the game because, God, we all know that you would never say that to my face, his face, or his face. You sure as hell wouldn't say it to a kid or a coach's face. So you know what? As in the words of Herman Edwards, don't press in. Just don't. Stay at home. Complain to yourself. Complain to your dog because we know you're at home by yourself anyways. So.
Hey, I got an announcement I want to make. My good buddy, Mr. Langdon Stanley. For Summertown High School baseball, he said, please announce the Frog Gig this Saturday night and watch party for the UT Florida game. 5 o'clock gates open, rules meeting at 7:30, $1,000 payout at the baseball field at Summertown High School. So they're having a Frog Gig, a Florida, Tennessee watch party. So they're trying to raise a little money. Go to Summertown High School Facebook page and you can get all the information you need on how to get in and all that stuff. But it's a good fundraiser. It's going to be a good time if you like the Frog Gig, or if you just want to go and make a donation and watch Florida and Tennessee. Go do that and just make a donation and eat and have a good time.
Absolutely. That's a good way to end the show. Well, for Dusty Kaiser, Clint Brazier, I'm AJ Good. For producer extraordinaire Kevin Wright, see you guys. We got volleyball tomorrow night, football on Friday, and a busy week on Saturday. And also, I'm calling UNA volleyball, so if you guys want to watch a couple games at 1 and 5 o'clock on ESPN Plus, or if you don't and want to watch football, that's fine as well. So y'all have a good evening. We'll see you guys once again next week.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the xSports Network.